Can you hear us? You got to tell us if the sound is all right. Because this is my first time I've ever gone no mic or no headphones.
It's scary, isn't it?
Yeah, so I don't know if is this a good volume? All right, cool. So we're getting janky here. We got the it's 105 degrees in here. So
it's hot.
We started the coffee buzz a little. We started a little too late. So we're behind the times. The sauna is cooking. So we're at 105 here. We might hear some speed talking here. We got full geared up, and to make matters worse, we probably have our most nervous guest we've ever had.
Ever. I've never seen anyone this nervous.
It's so nerve-wracking that I'm starting to ask myself, am I nervous? Am I starting to get a little nervous here? Is it the heat or is
You're
it
hot.
yellow?
You're sweating because you're hot.
It's
hot in here, bud.
And I wore the other thing that's really unfortunate. I'll try to do it next week. Hopefully we get here sooner. I had my best outfit. I wore my cool coat, my cool guy coat here today. I already had to take it off.
That's actually really interesting.
Yeah.
Because I thought today while I was coming here, I should start dressing a little better for these.
Right.
But then I just didn't.
Well, we're hunkering down on episode 50 here, so we're in a high level of followers here now, and so I want to start looking good.
That's fair.
I want to look better.
That's fair.
I'm really practicing that. If I'm going to shave my beard, that would be my.
Don't shave your beard.
It's dark months here too.
Yeah.
So okay, enough of the small talk, I suppose. Angelo, you want to tell the people?
G-Lo!
You want to tell who the guest is today?
Well, thanks for having me, guys.
Keep it short now.
Yeah, Angelo Altavilla. Graduated from Lakeville North in 2015 and played at Nebraska and been with Steve ever since I was
Big Red.
Big Red. Been with you ever since I was, what,
A
16?
wee pup. Yeah, little guy.
130
15.
pounds.
Yeah, that's back when we had 8 guys showing up to fields and going, we can win this thing.
Driving to Andover and
all right,
playing all these teams.
you guys stay the center, left center, right center.
Hey, shift it. Shift. This is how we train our outfielders here. We just go with 2.
All right, cool. Well, let's get it rolling. So the part of the thing that you're on right now is no one asks us a question. We have to come up with the answer. Mm-hmm. We technically it's a 5-minute buffer. If we don't like the question, we can answer it right away. Be done with it. We'll kind of figure it out and take it how we want to. Sound good? Mm-hmm. All right. Do a good job. Okay. Here we go. No.
This is great. I'm breaking down a lot of barriers this week with former players. This is great.
Go ahead, Noel.
If you had to put a number on it, how many people do you think you've impacted in your life?
Oh, boy.
Oh, jeez.
You two go. It's going to take me a while.
Might be here until it heats all the way up.
This is a good one for you to start with.
Yeah,
Dan.
you started off.
Come on.
Holy cow, Nolan. Gosh.
It gets hot down here.
I don't know. I mean, there's people in high school that you play with that hopefully you think you impacted.
Yeah.
People in college too. I don't know if I can put a specific number on it, but I mean, hopefully more than 10 or 20.
Yeah, I was starting with a base at 250,000.
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna go
I'm 250,000 in my head.
We're gonna go quarter mil here.
Quarter mil.
That's what the.
Oh yeah, 250,000, and that's why I coach baseball.
Oh my god, jeez, yeah. Then I started second guessing myself. That's a 250,000. That's what's the Dumb and Dumber thing?
I think it's 255,000. Might want to
Hold
hold
on to that one. All right, so you're baselining at a quarter mil. You're at hopefully
Probably like 10 to 20 or 30.
He's young though.
Yeah, you're at hopefully the bottom part of your college roster. So you're at 10 to 20 people. You're at a quarter mil.
Realistically, I'd put it probably more at 200,000, but a quarter mil sounds better to me.
200,000? Oh.
Just indirectly.
So indirectly.
Indirectly, what's the point of doing that? Nolan took his shirt off. I can't. But the point of this, right? The point of doing these buzzes and these podcasts is to affect people.
Yeah.
So that doesn't only take into account of your entire childhood, growing up, playing all different kinds of sports, played 6 different kinds of sports, going to college, meeting a whole nother community out there, working in Illinois, coming back home, starting MASH Performance, starting Mindstrong, podcasting. We got a social media guy now who's very outward and moves stuff forward. I think that 250,000 is an actual good guess. I'm not saying I changed 250,000 people's lives, but I think maybe I made their day better one time.
There you go. That's what I've been thinking through the whole time, because it's like, well, essentially you can't decide if you change somebody's life.
Right.
So you can't. Now you'd have to first try to think of it. How many people have I been in front of, right? Which you'd have to guess over that. You'd have to double that, right?
Yeah.
Like maybe I've been in front of 500,000 people.
Oh, probably. I don't know, but probably way more than that.
Yeah, I don't know either, right? Like how much this reaches, how much people you've played in front of. You think
Exactly.
about how many kids you play in front of who go. You change
Yeah,
their
I
life.
didn't take that into effect.
What about
Probably
somebody
more.
at Byerly's, your local Byerly's?
Exactly,
You let
yeah.
them go in front of you. What about
Anything.
someone at the cashier? Hey, you
Right.
say, hey, how's your day going?
Right.
Everything good? I always try to be nice to, like, service people.
Right.
Maybe that changes their day.
And then you got to go, because think of how many people have told you they've changed their life. It's not that many people. Like people
Exactly.
who have gone out of their way. Now people have, right? And that's cool. And then you tell people too. There's people I've told, you've changed my life. But that's also minimal. I've told probably like 15 people that.
Yeah.
Like truly looked them in the eyes and said, you changed my life.
Yeah.
For the better, right? And so I think that answer is unknown no matter what, which makes the question fun to answer because you just don't know. But then you look at it, well, it's just the masses. And I've always thought about it. I would give my answer like this because when I first started coaching, I mean, I was in same thing with Mindstrong. Like I was like, okay, I'm going to change the world, right? Like I'm going to do this. I'm going to change the world. And you learn really quickly that you personally cannot change the world. Like
No.
you as an individual can't. The part of changing the world would be getting to influence the masses to then think or do things similar to you.
And they might do it completely separate from you. Have
Yeah.
nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
It is hot in here.
It is hot here.
Yeah, it's hot.
It is hot here. Let's try to stay as locked as we can because I'm looking at your face going, the bowl is burning.
I'm competing for Marty. I like to compete for Marty.
Yeah.
But the only benefit of this is feel this. My coffee's steaming, dude.
Oh, man.
My coffee's
So
steaming.
my answer to the question is I think that a great quality of leadership and influence is knowing that you've never known if you've led, but believing that you have.
Well said.
There you go. Next question. It is hot in here.
What do you think the biggest factor was in determining whether you were left or right-handed?
Oh my gosh.
I'd go. My first instinct is parents or coach. First coach
Well, for you, it was your dad, I'm sure.
has to be. Yeah.
Your old man Jimmy, he's my best friend.
Yeah.
He had to put that ball in your hand because he wanted you to play as many positions as possible.
Right.
Right? But then he said, hey, let's be a lefty stick.
Let's be a lefty stick, righty arm.
Yeah.
We want you up the middle.
He's a pro guy.
Yeah.
And then you got Gilo over here, switch hitter.
Switch hitter. Early age?
When did you start switch hitting?
I think I started switching when I was like 11 or 12.
Really?
Let's say
right.
15. Like
That's-
15, right when you started working with me?
Right when I started working with Steve, actually.
2012?
And I haven't stopped since. That's all Steve.
And your dad, one of the best MASH guys of all time.
Yeah.
I mean, tell us about him. I mean, that probably led your way to throwing righty and
I
hitting
don't know. I
switch.
mean, yeah, just it's something that I picked up, and I'm sure he probably influenced it a lot. But no, I mean, I would work out with him almost every day after school, and I mean, I give him a lot of credit. I mean, that's the person I came to be and the player I came to be.
He used to take you out to King Park, didn't he? Hit your grounders.
King or one of them, Kenwood Middle School,
Yeah.
Come on, Kenwood, King.
Yeah.
I went out to Paha
playing
Soccer
in like a
with my
little
dad.
rocky infield and
Also,
no nut cup.
unbelievable host for grad parties. That was the first grad party I was.
Oh,
over,
that's right.
Oh my God! Please, I know we're getting away from
Oh
it,
my
but I
God.
think the answer here, so we can tell this story in
Yeah.
time. Harvey's dad, genius.
Yeah.
You're gonna throw right, hit left. Gilo's dad, grinding it out, taking him out, doing ground balls. My dad, throw hard, hit hard. Whichever one you do is the
Power on
best.
power.
Now,
Yeah.
why don't you go ahead and tell everybody your experience at Angelo's grad party? I don't know
Chick-fil-A.
if you've ever experienced this. Do you
He was
remember what happened there?
First time I ever got called out for sneaking into grad parties. I was always a.
Who called you out?
It was a positive call out.
It was a
but
positive
it was
call out.
a positive call out, but I
didn't
would
know how to
always
answer.
transition. I would always make sure I spent a week here after college season to summer season, whether this was professionally or college to college. I would always spend a week with McGuigan. And Steve was crushing it with MASH at the time, so there were a bunch of high school kids graduating.
Yeah.
And I was a broke college kid, so I would put the calendar date of what meals I was getting, and I would go to the grad parties,
my God.
and we would nail these grad parties, and I think I got a little carried away at the Angelo grad party.
You were, Harvard had a couple of the beverages that your parents provided.
And I was gaining weight. That was
And he was
mass
starting to
gaining
get
season.
confident.
Oh,
I was getting
really? He
He
confident.
was starting to do the stuff like, what's this over here? What type of food do we have here?
Do you have any more of the canes?
Your mom, I saw your mom. I gave her a hug. And I go, this is Harvey. And she goes, now, who are you?
Yeah.
That's so her.
And he went, I'm one of the MASH guys.
Yeah. You're one of the MASH boys. What's your name? Your son's name is Michael, right? I'm here for Michael's grad party.
Harv's face is redder than it is in the sauna right now.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, that was tough on me. But
Oh man, I'm
so we're
sorry.
going with parents as final answer, right? Parents are
for
the
sure.
first influence.
So quick, what about non-athletes? What do you think non-athletes, the biggest influence for them?
I think it's just
Probably still
I think it's
parents.
the first person I think it's the first thing that you instinctively pick up. Either a pencil, you pick up a pencil, or you throw an object, and the first person that sees it either changes that or doesn't, and then you find that as that's what I'm gonna do. So if I pick up a pencil left-handed, no one thinks twice about it. I just write left-handed, because you could switch things right now. We could start throwing left-handed. We just have to muscle and fiber everything back up. So when we were all playing sports, like we answered it from our side of it. I mean, I've actually been told that my dad put the bat in my left hand.
Genius.
Yeah, started hitting the
And he's the man.
Yeah, so you just start learning that stuff. So I think that it's whether or not somebody in that young of an age forces it, and you just don't know how to debate back against it. Good answer.
Good answer. I think we might have found a new bit with just firing this thing up and seeing who can last with the most amount of layers of clothes on.
But yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. And the shirt that I have, if I come up with it, you're seeing belly.
Yeah.
So I'm staying down.
And I'm all gray here.
Yeah, I'm earning it.
Next question.
Next question, Dolph. You got a good grip there on your stomach there, too.
I'm hot.
That's good.
If you could enhance one of your senses, which one would it be and why?
Well, so
Can you name the senses
so
for me?
smell,
I mean,
weird
come on.
dumb
smell. Well, I'll start with this. Smell is your most powerful sense,
Okay.
which is if anyone's you ever do the breakup bit, that's with the perfume. You got to get the perfume out. That's a big thing we tell our guys.
That's where you do the thing.
You get the sage going, you get the spray, you get the perfume out of there, you get the clothes stuff, you get it out, because that smell's going to keep you living in that tough spot. So that's the first one, is we got to understand smell is aggressive. We also promote nasal breathing here at Mindstrong. Nice little connection there, so let's dive into that. Let's try to breathe through the nose while we're in this hot sauna. Next thing that we're doing is what do you have? Taste,
really hot.
smell,
Sight,
hearing,
touch.
So if you could have, I would say the one is would you enhance? Which one would you?
Which one would you most want to enhance?
Man, for me, it needs to be hearing, dude. And my roommates would tell you that's the one.
My hearing is like
Bad.
deaf.
You're bad with your ears. I'll be like, hey, what's up, man? You'd be like, what?
Yeah,
all
we're
the
trying.
time.
I'm serious.
I know you are. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. I agree with you.
Like I want to enhance it because it's terrible.
Yeah,
Not because I want to my hearing is horrible.
I have a big problem with having the TV volume at 48. And people are like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I can't hear it. I'm having problems.
So you guys are going hearing.
Yeah. Just because it's bad.
And I like my taste. I like our sight.
Yeah. Great site 2016 here.
I mean, I would just keep leveling up the smell of things.
Smell. What
Think
about the bad ones? Oh, there's bad ones there.
Well, you got to promote. You got to find your nature, find your lake, find your bonfire. Find all that stuff. I think that if you were smelling something nice the whole day, if you had really good smell and you could tailor your life to be around things that smelt really good, you would feel good. You'd feel happier. Everything would kind of go in, because I want to not hear things. I'd like to not hear some of the things that you guys say and do.
Sure.
But
you just can't avoid bad smells. Planet Earth out
Exactly.
here, dude.
we built a sauna. We put oils
Sauna.
in the sauna.
It's hot.
We got. You can make this thing smell really good.
Oh, this thing smells incredible.
I think
smell
sight.
better
I
than-
think sight would be amazing to have a really good eyesight. That would help with sports tremendously.
Pick up the ball out of the hand.
Touch is a little bit different, I suppose.
For you should have gone sight. Bad answer. I'm 31.
I can't hear.
I'm
Yeah, you should have
31.
gone sight.
You
can't
should be
hear.
sight. I should be hearing.
All right.
So we're going. So you guys took hearing already.
I'm
That took
taking
smell.
hearing.
Which
I can't hear you.
I love it. I love it. Staying firm. Good job.
Go ahead, Will.
That's what makes you great.
Spit it out
All right,
there.
if you were stranded all alone, what type of environment would you least want to be stranded alone in?
Middle of the ocean.
Oh,
Ocean, desert, anything like that.
We've
We're-
talked about this.
Ocean.
Ocean.
Yeah. I'm just scared. I'm not a good swimmer. I'm not very buoyant. I'm not going to last very long out there. I'm scared of sharks.
Well, what were you? Did you have one off the top?
Go ahead. I'm thinking.
I think the ocean is terrifying. Go ahead.
Don't sleep on rainforest.
I was gonna say jungle or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You can't sleep in the jungle.
Yeah, but also at the jungle, like if I were to think jungle, I'd like to think right away. I know I can build a shelter. I know I'm going to run into some sort of predator or prey. Right, I'm gonna be in a position where I could eat if I just fend it off or fight it off. And then you're gonna have rain, so I got water in the rainforest. I got animals that I know I'm gonna encounter. I know that I have a wood source, so I can try to develop shelter. So there's a lot of things that I can do to survive. You put me in the ocean, there's an entire mountain range in the ocean that's bigger than like the Rockies, right? So just knowing that that's below you would be terrifying. And then know that you are at the mercy of movement at all times. You don't know if you're going to see, you got to know how to only fish. You got to know how to do that.
Sorry.
What about the tundra?
Well, the tundra would be terrifying too, but then,
Can you describe the tundra?
The snow.
North
ice.
Pole?
Yeah, so that you could kind of cave up. You could kind of cave up igloo. You might not run into life source, so it might be hard to eat.
How are you going to eat?
But you could melt the snow and drink.
Yep.
So maybe I could fast for days on end and have water source. I could create an igloo style and have shelter. I just think ocean.
Are we allowed to bring coats?
Yeah, I see.
Are we
a lot
allowed
of
to be
variables.
outfitted in
A lot of
anything, Noel?
variables here.
Yeah. Nolan?
Or are we just like
Need you. We need
wearing
you
a
quicker.
lot
So
of clothes
you-
in the sauna type deal? or
You
what?
have enough to survive. Like you have enough to
Few
get to the point
coats,
where you're rescued.
long
So it's like a
underwear.
mental question, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's still water for me because you can't move out there. You're just stranded.
Yeah, it's ocean.
The brain would go fast.
The ocean. And I would always feel like on land I got a shot.
100%.
I always feel like if I'm on land, even moving, like walking, some sort of travel, I mean, you don't even know, you could follow the sun a little bit.
You've seen enough videos where in your head,
Yeah.
if a leopard jumped out at you, you would barrel roll him,
And I got a shot.
and then
Yeah.
you got dinner.
It's like the day that we saw the moose up top of that mountain.
Yeah, you handled that well.
Yeah. But I felt like if I was running through those mountains in the woods and a moose was chasing us, which I thought was happening, I felt like I could kind of move around the trees.
Well, the other answer to that is that's probably the best environment. Like
That's what I'm
we were
saying.
in Colorado, like just forest.
Forest
Forest
rock.
would be our safe zone.
That's where jungle.
yeah,
safe
but
zone
jungle
is
and
woods.
jungle and woods, forest, jungle.
Yeah, fire changed humans. Do you know what I mean?
What?
Woods. So wood would be the best, I would say.
Yeah, we'd love that.
Because if I got a shot at fire, I got defense mechanism. Yeah, I don't know how you're building a fire out on the ocean.
You ain't.
I can't even look
Yo,
at
you don't feel like this.
Look at it.
Anyone who is around me, I'm working hard at this stuff.
You're going
Okay.
down right now. I'm watching it
I'm
happen.
working hard. And you'll understand. I'm working hard at the nasal stuff. I'm working hard at the sauna. I'm working hard at the ice bath.
Sauna.
But the fact is that I just ain't any good at it. And I'm working on it. And he knows it. He can feel it. I'm not trying to.
It's
I'm
making
just
me
hot.
nervous. It's
Yeah.
making me nervous. The ears are red. The cheeks are going. We got the nose is sweating over there.
Red beard guys don't
I mean,
last
look at his
long in the
forearm.
sauna.
Angelo, look at that forearm.
I mean, he's got drip coming down from the forearm. How are you doing over there?
I mean, I got a sweatshirt on and a t-shirt and long johns, so.
He's got a 220-pound bull blocking all the heat.
You're right. I'm still hot.
Nolan's got his shirt off.
Yeah.
It's anarchy in here.
It's yeah. How are we doing? Are we still okay?
We're good.
Are we doing another one?
Do you want to?
Yeah, let's do one more. I want to get Angelo some more FaceTime here.
Yeah,
Or some-
Angelo's a good guy. People really like being around him.
Yeah, we got to get him some. We got to get him. Maybe let's do a question just for him. Then Steve and I will dissect the question.
So this will be a good one.
Okay, so this is only for you.
It's
Got
hot
that?
in here.
So this will only be for you. Steve and I will dissect it. We'll scout it.
Okay.
Go ahead. No.
What is your first thought when you look in the mirror?
Oh gosh.
Wish we could have had this one.
Yeah. Layup.
How about we do this one, then we do another one for me?
No.
No,
that's
no,
not how
no.
it works.
He's the boss around here,
Yeah,
kid.
it's my show.
Oh gosh.
Remember, dead air time is a lot more aggressive. When
I
there's
know.
heat.
I'm gonna make you guys suffer. I gotta think about it.
All right, Mart. Here, let's suffer. You ready? Go.
What do I think when I look in the mirror? Gosh.
I mean,
Only one person suffering here, pal.
Yeah. I mean,
It's not me.
I've never seen.
It's not
I mean,
me.
I've never seen a mirror I don't like. You know. So let's.
I'm trying to think.
You got to go quick, man. I mean,
know,
we are
like-
freaking rolling here. The people right now who listen to this routinely are going, "What's this about?" You're losing us stars.
You got this, Ange.
You're
Come on,
losing
you
the
got
stars.
it. You got it.
You're losing us stars.
No, he's not bailing. He's just.
You're losing us stars.
Yeah,
You're
this
losing us
camera's
stars.
gone.
Okay. Probably. I don't know. Like you.
Did you look in the mirror this morning?
Yeah. When I look in the mirror, I literally don't think of anything.
Yeah, but
I just like when I look in the mirror, I'm thinking about my day. Like I'm thinking like, all right, you got to shower, we got to go to MASH, we got to work out. Like I don't think of like my physical appearance in the mirror.
You took
That's
it
awesome.
there. Yeah, that is good. That is good.
Like what do you think? Do you think, oh my gosh,
So
I'm
I'm going to
good
use the question. Well, for sure I do. That's why I like mirrors, you know. But more so of I'm going to use the question the way that I wanted to answer it, which is, it's the first time on the coffee bus. I think that I use the analogy of what do I see when I look in the mirror. I just look in the mirror and think to myself, okay, I'm willing to take a chance. And that's with the guy in the mirror. So it's me and the guy in the mirror who got to take the chance together. So we got to take a chance. We got to bet on ourselves. We got to burn the ships, and we got to keep moving. You got to do your thing, and that's what I see when I see the man in the mirror. I see a man, and I go, okay, that guy's a little nervous, a little scared, maybe a little hot, and I'm gonna keep betting on myself. So Steve, when you got, this guy's good thing the camera shut off because this guy's great. He looks like he just got out of a pickup basketball game, and he got beat. He got beat by a full court press.
Nolan's got his shirt off and a towel, and he's 40 feet away from the thing.
so-
I'm right next to him.
So do a full press. What do you see when you see the man in the mirror?
When I see the man in the mirror,
Yeah.
depends on the day. I'm one of two guys.
Yeah.
I'm a big self-thought guy. I say, actually, Steve, I talk to myself, hey, Tony. I talk to myself like Steve, I say the words. And one, I'll be honest, this is the hottest podcast. Lately, I've been doing a lot of body shaming. Trying to, hey, let's get it going. Yeah. Let's get it. But, hey, it's like positive body shaming. It's like, you're 31. You still got this. Fire it up. Let's go.
What do you say when you look at your head in the mirror?
That's a good look. So that's a good look. So when Gilo was here, I was holding on to threads on top of my head.
You had power alleys though, so it was still good.
It got worse after you left. Finally got rid of that. It doesn't matter about the head shave. But the second one that I do a lot is I hype myself up a lot for the day, dude. And if you're in our MASH group text, like you could just know when I'm just by myself in the mirror.
You're looking in the mirror.
Like you got this, dude.
Come on, big dog.
Let's go now.
Come on, boy.
Who are we gonna fire up today?
Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
go.
yeah.
That's my mirror time.
Okay. I like that.
Either let's
Is
clean
that
it up.
in front of
You're
the
not
mirror?
done yet. Yeah. Clean
So
it up.
you
You're
do-
not done yet.
Yeah.
Or I'm sending all that stuff in the bathroom in front of the mirror for sure.
Okay, I like that. See, I don't do any prep work in front of a mirror. I don't distinctly go in front of the mirror. So I had to take the question for the answer. Steve's a big, getting going. He's looking in the mirror, which I think he's studying his craft too, which is probably positive. So now you have his answer, my answer. You take us home. Let's finish Coffee Buzz. I think we got our adaptation of the heat shock proteins in here.
I think I'm ready to do like.
So go ahead.
I mean, I think
Take
a lot
us
of
home.
it, a lot of
Take
it
us
is the
home.
same as Steve. Like,
Take
I
us
look at
home.
myself in the mirror and I say, all right, you got to get bigger. 100%. I don't do the eye wash, say your name in the mirror. I don't.
That's not eye wash. So you're 23 and you think you know how to use the word eye wash. You don't.
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed, you're in a mobile sauna inside. There's a 20,000 square foot facility that started from nothing. There's over 60 people who work there.
But you just say
So it's not eye wash.
I'd say the mirror analogy worked.
It's not going bad.
But, I mean, yeah, it's just, I literally, I plan out my day when, I'm in the mirror and, I'm in the bathroom. I don't say, I don't say my name in the mirror. I just say, I look at my body and I'm like, all right, today's a day to get better and you got to get bigger, too.
Well, because you're working towards playing in Major League Baseball.
Yeah, and
That's your goal. It doesn't matter what anyone says. That's what you want to do.
yeah.
So that's the first thing you see.
And then like after having a year under your belt, sort of in the minors, it's like a lot of these guys are huge, and a lot of these guys are whatever, bigger, faster, stronger than you, and that's how it's always going to be at all the levels. But I mean, you can always find room to improve, and I think it starts, I guess, in the morning.
In the morning when you look at it, for everyone who doesn't know Angelo, who's listening to this, in all seriousness, this kid is one of my favorite players we've ever had. Unbelievable human. We got a drip from the top. It's so hot in here. Unbelievable human. He was what was the award you won in high school that meant a lot to me at the state high school hockey tournament?
Just the Herb Brooks Award.
Just the Herb Brooks Award. He won the Herb Brooks Award. His hockey team went undefeated in high school, moved on to Nebraska, has always been somebody who looks to lift up others and move people forward, and that's the type of people I want to be around. So for me and Mart, I think it's really cool to start having these guys that we saw as kids come in. And, I mean, he's living the dream right now. He's in professional baseball. Yeah. He's chasing everything that everyone on this podcast is trying to do, chase their dreams. And we got him right here with us in the sauna. I think that's awesome. We wish you nothing but luck, G. You're going to do a great job whether you're playing baseball or not. You're going to change a lot of lives. And I think that 100 number should be a little higher for you, bud.
Hey, coach is always going to be coach. All right? He's always going to be coach. That's well said. I'm not going to go anywhere above that.
I appreciate that.
That's
Thank
beautiful.
You.
I think that was the point of the podcast. There we go. Steve looks like he just got out of a shower. So let's all get this thing rolling. Jello, thanks for joining us, man. You're a good dude, and best of luck as you move forward.
Thank you.
Go D-backs!